complicates is going to use up components. But I need more hospital beds in here. I mean, generally speaking, we're just going to need more hospital beds. But... So I was initially going to put more statues in and around the room instead of more hospital beds. But I may end up needing more hospital beds. We've got it absolutely junked up on that one. So why does this one not feel like it looks the same? Because I've got it in sideways on these parts. Got it. Somebody's got a mental break wrist. Yeah. It's this little bit that I'm like missing. That's absolutely junking it up. Like I've definitely still got room. I could put more in here. But there is like a degree of like too much is too much. I have a lot of patients. That's fine. I can tend to a lot of people in one little area. But if I have too many people, the area gets really disgusting. And then I can't keep it clean. But yeah, I can't wait to have like a damn decent hospital looking like that. It's so nice to see this one actually like made, because I've never had a circular hospital. I've had like various like diamonds and squares and rectangles and all sorts of stuff. This is my first actual like round hospital, and I like it. I like it a lot. It looks like it's supposed to be like a bullseye target type thing, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Once we eventually get everybody like fixed back up, this will become like a prison again. And people will stop like eating in here and having the TV and stuff like that. And people might still come in here to watch the TV. I don't know. But, yeah. It's still going to cost me a fair few components. We did get a couple made. And I know that these were relying on components to be made because we had the steel. So my only question is, did they not put it into these? Because at the moment, if I was to say, let's postpone all these beds. Not saying that they're not going to make them, but just in case. This has got 3 of 5 components, and this one's got 1 of 5. So they're actually using quite a lot of components. But yeah, if we could get basically 4, 5, 6. If we could get 6 components built. There's a bit more here. I'll put that one on don't build it yet. I'll allow 6 more components to go up here. There's definitely more components in and around my base that require like fixing. Some things around here need fixing. A couple of these benches require components as well. Like that on its own requires 6, but we can pause those 2 at the moment. I'll allow the couple of beds that are getting built to finish getting built. And then I'll eventually like let those get built because these need the components so that I can have more people making the fucking components. We're going to go through steel like it's like nothing, by the way. As soon as this production line gets up and running, because usually I only ever have 4 of these, maybe 5 at the most. And even then I normally can't keep up with the steel to component production rate. But I need components more than anything at the moment. And I will be able to get steel. Like steel... We'll probably find it in and around the base. We'll go for caravans and all sorts of stuff, right? So we're going to come across it eventually. But the components, I need that to like maintain so fucking many things. I also have like, I wouldn't say this is more solar. I'd say this is probably equal solar to what Salvation originally had, like the first location had. How's Kalum done? I'm suspecting he's probably not going to make that. He might. He's got very high flu versus immunity, though. That immunity's not going up very fast. Are you sickly by any chance? No, steadfast and abrasive. So, yeah. You don't have anything super, super great here. The only thing Kalum really does is probably cleaning and maybe researching at, like, these, perhaps? Or even these. But aside from that, I don't really have much else for him to do. The funny thing is I have so many people that do mining here. What else do you guys do? Do you guys have other skills? You got a lot of mining. Mining, crafting. Could be doing crafting, could be doing plants. Mining, plants is optional. You have other skills. Some of you guys have other skills, but everybody can sit here and do mining for days. A lot of my people doing mining have got like seriously huge skills because they can literally just plug themselves in at this thing and just go for it. But Amia has a shit ton of skills. I would prefer it if she didn't waste her time kind of mining. Same with like Weeks. You got construction, you've also got animals. Like, to be fair, they take their turns and stuff. All that would mean would be taking down the number of those. And I'd have to make sure that a few people that I don't want to be on these are like doing other stuff. But yeah, generally speaking, I've only got them on like the rock production at the moment because like I don't have anything else in around the base to be mining. But when I do have other shit to be mining, I have a lot of people that can mine it. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of free like resources. I was literally going to say it's free real estate, but it's not. But hey, another statue. It's good to see that they're working on these. I don't know if I want to put them in around here, but I guess I should probably put a few more. Put in around this thing. When I get a second one of these sort of things, I'll put it there. Unless, is that matching? Hold up. Nah, it's not. I want to get another planet one and put it there. If I can. I want to do some like matching shit in here if I can. I also have corn growing inside. I didn't realize I set that to corn. That's fine. That's also right. I just realized in the shadows, I'm like, that's right. I removed the roof. You know what Phoebe Chillax would send, right, is a cold snap. That would, it wouldn't screw over my animals specifically, but it would absolutely, I don't know if I click that off then. I don't know what that is. Hold up. What are you? Visibility of learning helper. Yeah, right. I didn't know if that was on or not to begin with. But yeah, I could imagine her sending in like a, I don't know, what do you call it? A cold snap and just like destroying like so much stuff. Are these ready to hatch yet? Almost. Got more fertile duck eggs in here too. I'm hoping to see some of these like reach adulthood. I'm pretty sure like the hungry pet animals are these because there's no food in here actively except for like this little bit up here. But there's a lot of animals sharing that. I wish I could kind of like push them out to be like baby animals could go outside of this room and the adult ones could stay in here and keep breeding. But that's not quite how it works. The other thing too is I could separate ducks and chickens into separate pen areas. That is something I could do because I have got this area down here. I might have to do it. I'll move the ducks down here because I don't have as many ducks. So let's say ducks. Yep. Alright, so you guys are going to move the ducks out. It's still going to put some pressure on the chickens to have enough food for a little bit. But it should share the load a little bit. I should see a bunch of people come in here and collect them and move them over to the other room, hopefully. And I know that this is a bigger area. I've got more chickens than I've got ducks, so they should stay in here. They should be fine for a little bit. What are you doing, love? This chicken's like standing on top of like the eggs that are going to hatch in like part of a day. But yeah, if I move the ducks down here, yes, they're going to wipe this out. Yes, they're going to get fed. There's a good chance that the chickens are the ones that are hungry, but we'll have to find out when they like move. And they'll give the other area a bit of time to like grow. Because there's just so fucking many. Like we should have people coming in here. There we go. Rilla's in here. Bennett's is in here. Ripping up all the ducks and stuff. This is going to be... It's going to be kind of interesting just to see like this herd of ducks just get like moved out of here. The other thing too is I obviously still have got like 17 fertile duck eggs in here that will hatch later. But for the moment, they're not doing anything, so somebody will have to come and grab them later. But we're now at the point where we have enough of these animals that I need to separate them for, like, at least, like, the food. Because, like, they've eaten everything. This will regrow pretty fast. It's at, like, 50% grown, and it's at 140% growth rate. It'll be back in, like, a day, basically. Or about that. They're not going to starve for too long. Like, they're pretty hungry. Some of them more than others, but if it gets really hungry and they go down, they'll get fed. So it's not hugely an issue. But yeah, I love seeing like my whole group of like animal people coming in here and grabbing them. Like, I'm guessing this group are all animal people too. Yes. I was going to say, I'm like, I have a lot of people that can tend to animals. I have like a shit ton of people that can tend to animals. So yeah. just seeing this like wave of people rushing in here. I don't get to see this very often for the animals ones because usually they're all spread out, like super spread out. But I have like a shit ton of ducks. I'd actually like to know like how many ducks I have. I don't know if like the pen markers, I know I can look at like my animal thing, but I don't know if it tells me like a ratio of like how much. Definitely shows me like nutrition and stuff, and that is improving at least as the ducks are getting removed. It's getting improved because it was like 40, now it's at like 19. It's almost all the ducks. There's still a few in here to grab. And it's got part of a day. It's like 80% hatch. I'm waiting to see this like cluster of 22 chickens. I don't think they're all going to hatch at the same time. It'll be like one after another kind of thing as they have been laid and stuff. But I still have a lot. Jesus. There's so many ducks. Like I could really briefly just disrupt everybody for a second and all the ducks would be able to eat everything here for just a hot second. I could literally do that. It'd be such a cheap, sneaky thing to do. I've done stuff like that before because they'll just spread around and they'll eat and then you like reclaim them in a hot second after everybody's had a meal. But I also use, I'd lose like a heap of berries as well. What's that? Inspired creativity. Yeah. Lemon's got inspired creativity. Actually, a lot of people are getting like happy buffs at the moment. So I don't know if the flu does that. Like gives you a happiness buff. Like happiness noises buff. Like after the fact. But yeah, that'd be good if they could get it. Alright. I've almost got all the ducks out of here. I've still got like several in this area. Like if I move over. I don't know if some of them like literally just hatched. Because a couple of these are like really small. Like, super small. Yeah, you're 2 days old. But yeah, here's the fucking duck brigade. Of course they're taking them through the hospital because it would be absolutely blasphemous to just walk around this. Absolute bullshit. I feel sorry for anybody. Poor Kalum's gonna die. Like, there's just the health of this place is just gonna go into the ground. And he's not gonna probably make that. Like, there's nothing I could do. Mate, could I just get you to, like, sit here and, like, keep cleaning the hospital? They should keep making a mess and it should keep triggering him to clean, hopefully. Like, he might be fast enough to, like, get it all done. But, yeah, they're all gonna walk him through that. Mitz and Nikki, Delicious and Bombay apparently have decided not to. Even White has decided not to. But, yeah, a good portion of them are just going straight through the damn hospital. So, that's not helpful. Yeah, I have, like, this just convoy of, like, ducks getting out of here. I think that's all of them. Samora's got like the last one. And I've got a bit of rice production back. Almost. Okay, last ducks are out of this room for the moment. I do still have ones to hatch. But how's the food production for this? It's down to 7. So it was like 40 and now it's down to 7. We don't have enough food, but we're starting to get like little sprigs of rice plant, which my ducks should be absolutely racing over to eat if they're starving, and the rest of them should keep popping up with like each passing like moment, so they should be fine. This is just an absolute atrocity. Like, I could have locked the doors and been like, nobody's allowed to go through here, but the thing is, even if I put an X on the door, it doesn't work. It's one of the few things that like just are broken on my game. So if I put an X on the door and I'm like, don't go through here, don't open it, don't touch it, nobody's allowed to pass, and everybody just walks through like it's like some kind of like a wash your hands sign in a toilet or something like that, you know. It's actually the best example of that. But yeah, they're just like, yeah, nah. It's like, now that you've told me not to, I'm gonna do the opposite of that, you know. But yeah. They should get all of this in here, and then all of these ducks, we should have really high nutrition for them. Even though we've got a lot of ducks coming in. Mai's having a fire starting spree, but as long as she's not setting... I don't know, she's still around a lot of people. Should be fine. Even if she sets shit on fire in there, that's not going to even matter. So, yeah. Animal-wise, though. Animal-wise, I've got 78% 8 ducks. I probably should have left them in the bigger enclosure, but there's more. It's not a matter of there's more food. There's more actual current food over in the other area for the moment. So moving them all over, they'll get fed temporarily. And hopefully by the time everything trickles in here, they'll be fine. But yeah, I probably should have left the ducks up in this area because there's just more of them. But I do know that as soon as this pops, there'll be a lot more chickens. Or it should be about at least equal chickens because the ducks just aren't... The ducks aren't producing as fast as the chickens are. And I love the fact that the chickens all have like this in a cluster. Like it's just perfectly over there. Alright. Yeah, she's getting put on fire, but that's not really a problem. The other thing too is I have bookcases. And people just keep not putting shit back. I am actually making extra bookcases because I have a fair few books around the colony. And I noticed that my bookshelves are full. And that's great and everything. But, they're not like it's not that they're putting them back. It's not that they're not like storing them where they're supposed to be. I just previously haven't had books since obviously it was part of the update and stuff. And finding spaces for it, like it's mostly should be keeping them up here. They should have nice seats and recreation and all that. It should be fine. Like this group, come on. I'm going to turn this back to a prison soon. But for right now, they can still eat here and stuff. They want the TV. I don't really want to give them a TV in here because it will change it. But if I just... Hold on for a second. If I change this... Kalum's finally died. No fucking wonder with all the fucking duck shit around him. Let's just take this room to be not a hospital. Just for the sheer purpose of... If this was a normal room... What does it count as? It counts as a barracks. Okay. Because I want to consider putting a TV in the other area since they care so much about that. But I don't want it to like count as a rec room. Because I have TVs and shit up here in the rec room. I have like better TVs and stuff. But I've got like a few of these which is supposed to like... I need to have them that smushed together, but it's fine. So where's Kalum? Kalum died up here. Kalum was reading a fucking book. Lords, mate. Actually, Tofu, what are you doing? Holding potatoes. You could probably remove whole, Kalum out of here. Because, you know, that's probably putting it down on everybody's, like, you know, recreational time. There was no real loss with Kalum, but yes, we're at 255 now. So... Like I said, I'm not really surprised that we lost a couple of people. I would have been way more surprised if, like, somebody didn't die during that. The real surprise is that nobody important died. Like, Silverware Iceborne was, like, I appreciated that person, but, like, Kalum. Bloody Kalum. I feel like that's a problem solved with Kalum. But, yeah, we'll go get him cremated, and they'll sort that out. But, yeah, I'm not surprised. As soon as I saw everybody walking all the duck shit, like, through here, and this hospital's health just went down, I knew he wasn't going to make it, but to find that he'd decided to get up and go read a book, as, like, the literal, like, last thing that he did was he just wanted to read whatever this is. Juniper Explores Engineering. Yeah, right. So, I guess he wanted to, like, I don't know, enlighten himself, broaden his horizons and shit before he, like, passed away. But, yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise. I was expecting to find him in hospital. That's what the surprise was. And, aside from that, like, there's going to be a few people that are probably going to be upset that, yeah, colonist died. It's a -5. So, we can probably counter that if I have a Psychic Soothe Pulsar. Which I don't know if I do. I do feel like people have been destroying important shit. And I'm pretty sure I don't have one. We don't have one. Okay. So this is how it's going to go. Is everybody has a -5. Everybody's a little bit pissed off because 2 colonists have died. There's going to be some people in here that specifically are extra pissed off because it's their friends. So basically, the only thing I can kind of do in this scenario is kind of like try to keep places clean, try to like make sure people got time for recreation. Who's destroying what? Farrell is destroying a wall. Electrics. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, basically, I can't do anything to like fix their mood unless this group happens to have one. They do not. Can you imagine if I come across just like the very thing that I need? Because like I've got a lot of rice. I could definitely trade for a psychic soup ulcer. But it definitely shows what my people have been in here destroying. So when I've not been looking... Now, I can't vouch for any guns or anything that they've destroyed or weapons and stuff because honestly, I have a lot. Oh, no, there's one. Hold on. I was going to say... I definitely thought I had one because I had like fucking 6 or something the other day. But yeah, generally speaking, I would like to like select more of these if I could. This is the only thing I hate about them being on shelves is that I can't like just double click and find everything. Because it's just gonna, I don't know, I've got one spare. So generally speaking, I had like a few of these. And yes, I did use some a little while ago. But my Resurrectum X serums are gone. And a lot of these are gone. And I don't know what else I'm missing. There's a fair chance that my people just been coming in and like destroying stuff. So we've got Psychic Soothe plus Strange Feeling. That should negate their issues. You slept in the cold? Do you have a bedroom stone? Hold on. If you slept in the cold, it's might be an air conditioner issue actually. Hold on. It is spring. What are these set to? Yeah, it might be too cold. Hold on. A little bit too cold. I had these cranked to try to deal with a heat wave we had one year. I mustn't have reset them. But I'll go around, I'll grab them all. Is that what I wanted? You know it? Alright, grab them plus the ones down here. I can't do anything about, like, if people are sleeping, or, you know, part of it might be when they're going to hospital and sleeping in there, they might be having an issue with that. So let's reset that. I don't want it to be negative 60 something. I would like, because it's supposed to insulate beyond the rooms, take it down to like minus 19. Minus 30 might be enough to do it. Now, I know my caravan just arrived and that's great, but what the fuck have I got this set to? 1 degrees. That's a little bit too cold. Great for like a heat wave and stuff. I want you to like, it's 18 degrees. That's minus 18 degrees? Oh, they're not even. Hold on. Let me reset that. It's 20 degrees, 10 degrees. 10 degrees should actually be fine. Somebody is destroying, Farrell's destroying another fucking wall. That's fine. Okay, I think they're on 0 degrees, which, while cold, should be pretty okay combating most, like, what do you call it? Combating, like, most winters and shit. Now, I could make these, like, a tiny bit colder, but I'm pretty sure my people are mostly okay in here. Like, what are we going? 15 degrees. Is this 15 degrees in here, though? It's 35 degrees in here, so no, it is way too hot. Let's take that down by 10. That is not quite as warm as this. Hold on. That's 26. That's 34. I don't know how that's that much hotter. Where's my caravan? Most of yous are in here. Cool. Alright, well, if you pause for a sec, get everybody to drop everything. Yeah. Alright, drop everything, and my horses too. Alright. Now, as they like slowly like traverse back to their thing, they should drop a heap of stuff. They should also, they're of course eating the fucking just grown cotton, because God forbid we have cotton in this colony. Hopefully some people will pick up some psychic shock lancers. So I've got like 4 here, and I'm noticing a few people walking around with more on them, so we should be fine. Now, we've already cremated. So let's turn that back off, save some power. So because it's coming into summer, we should be at absolutely max power because I'm not draining it by having the sunrooms, like the solar lights on. They're all turned off at the moment. Yeah, here's Byro and fucking what's his face having a punch up here. Roll. Although I can just like get around and just find people up to shit. There's a good chance one of these two will go down and alright, so how's this room temperature? We've got 33 degrees. That might still be too warm. On 5 degrees. Do I have extra heaters or something in here? No. It's probably because it's insulated, it's just that warm. I don't really want to take it down that much more, but I could literally probably turn it off and it'll be fine for a moment. So put it on -5. And it's not how that's not how heaters work, but this room is very hot. I don't want people to be sweltering. I could probably just turn it off for a little bit. And people might be too cold. I'll forget if I turn it off. That's the only reason why I don't want to turn it off. This room though, it's 21 degrees. I'm curious why. Probably because it's got a singular wall instead. It's not insulating as well, but 20 odd degrees. 20 odd degrees isn't too bad. I think if you're like insulating up against, it's going down. It's fluctuating between 20 odd degrees. So I'm guessing every time they open the door, that's probably fine. Temperature wise, that's probably okay. This is still kind of roasty. I might just briefly, no, just allow the doors open for a hot second. I know you were coming through here, Barnes, and you're a little confused now. He's grabbing his thing. I'll just leave this open for a hot second and that should get this whole room super chilled. Like I can literally see like the temperature change in that little spot there. Like watch it push through. It's fucking struggling. It's like hot, cold, hot, cold. Yeah. Awesome. Either way, that's chilling there. That's choosing between 18 degrees and 6 degrees. It doesn't know what it wants to be. This room has immediately gone down to 29. I need to drop it to about 20 and then get the door to shut. Because I can maintain a temperature in here. Because at one point it was obviously a lot hotter. Mate, can I get you to... Nah, Zamora's fucking moving it. It's fine. It's still 28 degrees. The door has gone down in temperature though. It's between 5 and 16. So it's going down. This is down to 27. It's going down very slowly. Probably because it is heated and stuff. But... I need to go down just a little bit more. I need it to be closer to 20, if not less, and then I can maintain that. Because at the moment, this is probably heating up, to be fair. Mind you, I have this like super cooled in these rooms. 14 degrees, 14 degrees, 20 degrees. Like I could put heaters in here. Like I could put a little fireplace every so often. But 14 degrees is not a bad temperature. Like I don't think you're uncomfortable in here. You're not cold. Not uncomfortable. No. I think this is a fine temperature room at like 14 odd. It's still like 25. If I turn that off just briefly, that would switch, like it would snap to it. Alright. Tadashi, mate, can I get you to just like... I know Zamora reckons he's coming to eat this. Could you just move it out of the doorway? He can go fucking find it somewhere else. That way at least when I want to shut the door, it will shut. You know, it's down to 23. I'm okay with that. So let's get these two doors, when I can get the doors, to shut themselves. I got so many people passing through here, they will shut themselves. And if that stays somewhere around the ballpark of 23, it may or may not do. 22, it's going down a little bit more. So I don't really want to make this too hot. I am trying to allow it to go down. Like I've got that on like -5 as the target temperature, but I don't want this room to be like -5. I just want it to be, let's make it at least 5 degrees Celsius. That way it's above freezing in the event that this room warms up or that this room cools it down. It should at least keep it above freezing for them, which will use some electricity, not as much as like the 30 fucking that it was doing. But yeah, this is still -6, which is hilarious because these are running, I don't know, they might actually be running on par at the moment. They're actually working pretty mint. Usually I have to run these on like such a fucking negative to get them to do anything. Like the big ones that I've got in around the bedrooms and stuff, I had those pretty high when we had like the extreme like heat waves and stuff like that. But yeah, I still have to adjust some of these by the look of it. I'd say 0 must be too cold for it. It must be just really, really fucking well ventilated. Even keeping that at about 5. Like, it's still 6 degrees indoors when it was negative, right? So that should keep it on a low 10 to 15-ish area. That should be fine. Everywhere else should be, like, basically righted. The only thing I can't do is, like, hospitals. I can't make